Honor Flight's Tri-State asks our state's veterans to come along on one more mission. They take them from Northern Kentucky to Washington, D.C., and the trip is all about honoring them. Spectrum News' Leah Jordan was the only media invited to tag along on this honor flight. She joins us with that story.
A day where reliving the past was not only allowed, it was expected and encouraged.
On behalf of this DC crew, we would like to thank each and every one of you for your service and love for our country.
For many American heroes, a trip to our nation's capital isn't feasible. That's where Honor Flight Tri-State comes in. The nonprofit takes veterans on an all-expenses-paid trip of a lifetime to see their memorials.
It's been rather been really emotional.
Some were quiet, others happy, but most everyone at some point or another was overcome with emotion. That includes Billy Strasbaugh, who lives in Carrollton, Kentucky. He was shipped off to Vietnam back in 1967.
First 10 years I didn't talk about it. The next 20 years I talked a little bit about it.
The goal for the day was making all 68 heroes feel special, including Billy.
When we left the airport, people were so gracious and great, but when we landed here, I wasn't prepared for it. There was such a turnout, people thanking us as we walked through the airport.
But cheering and a live band were only where the surprises began. Traffic is relentless in D.C., but the veterans didn't have to sit through a single minute of it.
And then we get on the buses, and here we are driving through Washington, D.C. with, of all things, police escort.
The buses were led by those police escorts all day long. One stop was to witness the changing of the guards at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Folks walked around Arlington National Cemetery, and then it was off to the World War II Memorial.
We're going to call you young today because here's Mr. Richard Overton. He's 112 and a half. So welcome to your memorial.
2 veterans on board with us served in World War II.
They tell me you're over 100, right? That's right. Well, I'm only 94.
Well, you'll catch them. You'll catch them one of these days.
Then a stop at the U.S. Navy Memorial Plaza.
It is awesome. It is mind-blowing to me. I get cold chills just thinking about it.
And finally, a stop to 2 last memorials before heading back to the airport. One of those, the Korean War Memorial.
I'd like you to stand with me and say amen for their sacrifices.
The other, Vietnam.
Wow, man. I just don't know. I'm over, overwhelmed, I guess.
Tears flowed, hugs were welcomed, and I was sure to check back in with Billy.
So I've got a question for you. Was it healing to see the wall up close today?
It was healing. I got direction now, and through the help of my friends here, even some of the names how to do it.
Finally, it was time to go back home. But if the veterans thought our arrival to the Washington, D.C. airport was special, they had no idea what was coming when we got back to Northern Kentucky.
I appreciate everybody. I thank everybody. And God bless America.
Leah Jordan, Spectrum News.